Hello and welcome back everyone to Space Simulation Toolkit, where last time we built a tiny little awful rocket, and today I'm here with a much larger, better, less ugly rocket, except for this little spot here that got a little bit messed up, but it's okay. Yes, I have rebuilt the launch pad, I have rebuilt the rocket, and I have rebuilt physics. Turns out we were missing a pretty simple thing over in the Cosmos simulation. The fire spacing variable, which determines whether or not things can catch on fire. Who could have expected it? Anyways, I've set that to 0. We may end up turning it up a tiny bit to make sure that the internal part of the rocket doesn't catch on fire and explode. This is untested. I have a good feeling about it though, so we're gonna do this for the first time. If you haven't seen the last video, I suggest you go check it out. It covered like really basic what we were doing, and now we're really doing it. This is it. I'm 100% serious, guys. Like, this is going to be great. I even have a little area for the exhaust to go into, so it doesn't just destroy the launch pad. We have beautiful, look at this thing. This is so much better. Everything about this, it's even a larger simulation, so we can go a little bit further into the air this time. Super excited. We have a proper launch sequence as well. So how does that work? Well, we go ahead and we shift this tiny bit here backwards. We can determine how much we want to let fuel out by how large this hole is. I'm just gonna do this tiny little gap because we want to control it so it doesn't just explode. But yes, and actually I feel like we can shave a little bit of extra metal off of here. Actually, I feel like I kind of missed a step. There we go. There we go. That's much better. Yeah, unnecessary weight is unnecessary. I'm actually gonna save this. I'm gonna save this as LPV7, that's Launchpad V7. Yes, I've done 6 of these so far, just trying to get it to a point where it looks good enough to make a video on. So here we are, Launchpad V7. Will it actually work? That is the question of the day. We're gonna go ahead and heat up the very tiny bit of this to very hot so that this ignites. And then we are also going to disconnect the control arms here because I want to be able to let this rocket just fly. Fly like a bird. All right, frame by frame, here we go. First frame, we have ignition. Look at that! And it's actually coming out the bottom properly. Okay, okay, okay. We have actual proper ignition. It's going up the rocket a little bit though, which is concerning me a tiny bit. There's not enough force. There's not enough delta V. It's not gonna make it. It's not gonna go into the air. Wait, no, it is actually going to the, okay, the fire has gone all the way up. The thing is basically just an explosion right now, but the metal hasn't broken and it is actually lifting off. I mean, there's a lot being ejected out the bottom, but obviously we need to work on the combustion chamber because holy moly, is it just exploding outward. Wait, no, it's actually, it's going. It's, oh no, the top right, that little bit of it that I mentioned earlier being broken. Yeah, look at that. It's spilling out, which is actually causing it to turn. But wait, this is so much better than last time. We're getting real airtime. Look at that! It actually, okay, the tower is like really flexing, and this is actually going to hit the tower. This isn't gonna be a SpaceX. Oh my goodness! It managed to clear the tower in like the coolest way. Okay, not really though, because, oh, oh boy, okay. I mean, it didn't destroy it, it's gonna fall into the ocean now. It's a submarine! Okay, but I think everyone can admit that that was like 8,000 times better than last video, like the peak we hit last video. So if we're starting with that, just imagine how far we're gonna make it. That's right. I actually made the metal a bit more heavy this time. Last time I cut it to 1/3 to simulate like a really light metal, but this time I put it up to half because I felt like that was cheating a little bit too much. Okay, let's grab our physics. Let's heat this up and let's see what happens. I'm really curious if changing these few variables is going to make like a huge difference. Also, this kind of brokenness, I wonder if I can just kind of patch this up. Particle spacing is tiny right now. I actually checked this time. When you look at that, I'm just gonna... This is a terrible patch job, but I think that'll do it. Okay, frame by frame, let's see what happens. A little bit of lag, but it is doing better. It's taking way more time for the fire to make it all the way up, but it is still making it all the way up. Wow, that is a lot laggier. It's okay. I know it's not a new video, but here we are back with LPV9. I've tweaked a couple of things. I've increased the fire spacing. I've made oil a tiny bit less heavy, and I've tweaked things to hopefully make it less laggy as well. I don't know which setting it was specifically that was causing that, but we will see if I'm successful. All right, so let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. I'm very confident. 9 in rocketry is like a very lucky number because the Falcon 9 was a huge hit. All right, V9, I have faith in you. Okay, so far not a lot of movement, but it's not exploding like through the rocket as quickly. Actually, okay, the fire definitely made its way up the rocket, but at the same time, it's a little bit less dramatic. The very top hasn't caught on fire yet, and it's making it much further into the sky. I mean, that wasn't terrible. That wasn't terrible, okay? It wasn't great. It wasn't beautiful, and it smacked into the ground, but we're getting closer. We're getting closer, and I've got ideas with how to make this work now. Okay, so LP V9 is definitely a step in the right direction. Now, I'm gonna make a couple of changes. First, I don't know. Do I want to do that? I'm considering something. Okay, I'm gonna do a couple of things. First, I'm gonna get fire, and I'm gonna turn fire's repulsive force up. That should just be a free improvement. Like, that should immediately... I'm gonna set that to 20. It's a pretty high value, but we kind of want that. And then I'm going to go ahead and... I was kind of thinking of reducing the transfer of heat by oil to make it a little bit less likely to catch. We have a few problems to solve, but I don't think those problems are going to be impossible. Okay, here we go. Frame by frame, we have initial ignition, and come on, lift off, lift off, lift off. Come on, baby. You know what? It's not lifting off, but as you can see, what's more important is that the rocket nozzle is actually working. Like, it's only burning in the nozzle. You see that, right? It's not going up the rocket. The chilling strategy was super effective. Super effective. I'm wondering if when it loses some weight, if it'll be able to lift off. Because the fuel burning will cause it to lose a bit of internal weight, but it almost looks like it's just gonna fall over. I mean, it's kind of a dry fire test, and considering It's not a bad test. Like, I'm satisfied. Okay, it didn't go anywhere, but I'm satisfied. I'm still satisfied. I'm still satisfied. You may call me crazy, but that was a good test because it didn't do the super destructive thing that it could have done. Say hello to LPV 10, and we're gonna make it LPV 11 soon. I'm gonna get fire, and I'm gonna do some stuff to fire. I'm gonna make fire even larger. I'm gonna set it to 3, and then I'm going to go ahead, and I'm also going to set the repulsion force to 40, which is really high, but I need it. I need it for this, so we're not gonna worry about it. We're gonna save this as LPV 11, and this is gonna be the one. I feel it. I feel that this one is going to do it. We're so close to getting all of the different factors preventing us from building a rocket. And then an update's gonna come out and it's gonna change physics and this isn't gonna work anymore. But that's okay. That's okay. I just wanna be able to say I did it, okay? I just wanna be able to look at myself in the mirror and say, I built a rocket. Oh yeah, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Come on. Come on. Oh no, it fizzled out. It fizzled out. We got a fizzle. It fizzled. It's fizzling. Oh boy. Okay. I didn't heat it enough apparently. That's okay. We're gonna see if we can give it one big spike of heat here. Oh no, I did way too much. It blew up the entire engine. Wait, but it's floating. Oh, come on. Okay, I wonder if I should reduce the space requirements again. Now that I've made the other, I think the temperature changes were enough. Wait, fire spacing's back on 0 again? Oh. Huh. I thought it was higher than that. That's odd. Is it gonna go? No. No. Okay. Let's open the nozzle more and see what happens. I'm going to grab the shift tool. I'm going to double the amount of fuel that can pass through. I'm gonna heat it up. And I am going to pray. I mean, at the very least, we've made a lot of progress. We've gotten a lot of research done here. Like, we know going forward... Oh, man, it kind of did the same thing again. I went too far with the heat, maybe. Wait, never mind. Never mind. Oh, no. It's so hard. Oh, whoops. Wrong tool. It's so hard to balance the heat. Oh, that was bad. Just blew the entire thing up. Oh, I feel like we got to like the perfect point, and now we're just suffering. We're just suffering now. Okay, I have capped the bottom for the sake of not leaking fuel everywhere. I'm going to grab more fuel. More fuel. And we're gonna pack it in. I feel like I was not as aggressive this time about putting fuel in. I feel like I can definitely fit more. How much? I have no clue how much. But I can definitely increase the pressure. Maybe quite a bit. Okay, that's the limit because it's actually starting to damage the rocket. Okay, so I probably just actually added like 30 to 50% more fuel and pressure. So, I mean, we'll be carrying more weight, but at the same time, you know, it's probably fine. I'm also curious if I can cut the walls of the rocket thinner to reduce weight. If I were to do like this. Yeah, it doesn't seem to be leaking fuel, so I'm just gonna slim down the rocket. This is what a real engineer would do. There you go. Well, how can I do more with less? This is actually probably going to make a huge difference. This is cutting off like a ton of the weight. Okay, more fuel, less weight. I mean, this is like the recipe for a perfect rocket, right? Right? And then, I don't know, I think just those changes, I'm going to do a launch platform V, what is this? I don't even know, V13, maybe we skipped 12, that's okay if we did. That's okay. 13's a lucky number. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and I'm also gonna do a larger gap here. I feel like we just gotta go for it at this point. Like, we've had several failed tests in a row. Let more fuel out. Let the fuel be nice and hot. Let the fuel do its job. Get this hot enough to really spark it. And disconnect these arms. I mean, it either works or it doesn't. And either way we learn. Oh, man, it's just going out sideways. Oh, the force of the fuel actually pushed it up a little bit. There's definitely more. Maybe I made the fuel a little bit too cold. I think I probably chilled the rocket a little bit too much. Oh wait, is it doing a thing? Come on, come on, come on. Ah! My poor rocket, it's going in the wrong direction. It's going down. Actually, that's interesting. By doing the spacing like this, it generates heat at the bottom. I didn't do that on purpose, but it's actually not a terrible idea. How much heat is that generating, actually? A lot. 361 degrees. This is actually hot enough to... This is actually hot enough to set the oil on fire, if it were to touch it. Actually, I may have just accidentally solved our problem. A self-warming, nozzle. Okay. Well, I'm not gonna fix that because that may actually be a really good accident, really happy accident. I'm gonna open this up. I know. It shouldn't be straight shot. It should actually open up. But I'm gonna just do this for now. I'm gonna do this for now before we try to go for realism, because I actually really like what I accidentally did here. All right, save game has LPV 14. You guys said you liked the longer videos. Here you go. Just me going crazy. All right, I'm gonna shift the protective stuff back. There is now a gap for fuel to rush in, and the fuel is hitting this really hot, and it actually did catch a tiny bit on fire. I wonder if just by adding a little bit of fire to the mix myself, if I can encourage... man, nope. No, I could not. Okay. Well, let's not waste this. Let's go ahead and learn from it. Let's go over to oil, go over to the explosiveness of it, and turn this to 450 because I'm kind of feeling like I can get this to work. Wait a second. Oh, man. I mean, I can get it to take off for a second. Just for a second, that dry fire. Oh, well, actually, it's kind of working now. It's kind of working. It's not enough to make enough force to get it to move, though, which I know what you're thinking. Spike, doesn't that ruin the entire point? But from a purely academic perspective, this is kind of working. Except for all of the fire that's going sideways instead of out of it. The fire just flies everywhere, and that, I mean, maybe even that. Maybe I'm like I'm going into settings I shouldn't be touching. We're gonna go and we're gonna set it back to normal. We're gonna set repulsion down to 4 because really it should just be the physical bouncing off of things that pushes it. And the expansion of it, which is currently set to, I turned off growth of particles. Yeah, I know, Spike, you keep touching things, but I'm curious if that'll actually help a little bit. Okay. Let's see how this goes. I really do want to see this work. All right. I'm going to heat the nozzle up so it catches everything on fire just when it... Oh, no, I went too far. I went too far. Turn back into metal. Turn back into metal. Oh god, I accidentally cut the bottom of the entire thing off. I went too hot. Okay, that's okay though. That's okay. That's okay. I just saw what's happening here, and I'm going to just gonna run with it. It looks really good, actually. It looks really good. It looks really, really good. Oh no, it's just broken. Oh, did you see how it was firing? Oh, it looked so good. Oh my absolute goodness. I have no clue what just happened there. What? What? What was that? Why did it just, what? Oh goodness. Goodness. That made no sense at all. Okay, you know what? I've got a mix that's gonna work. We're gonna do it. We're gonna just get this over with. We're gonna have a successful rocket launch. I'm gonna cheat a little bit. I just want to see how this will function when it's actually at its best, right? Okay. Did I save the change I made with fire? Did I? I don't know if I did actually. No. Okay. Repulsion back to normal 4-ish. There we go. 4. Good. And then I'm going to take metal. I'm going to make it less heavy. I know I said I wasn't going to do it, but I want to see a good launch. And I'm sorry. Why did that lag everything? You know, sometimes I'll change a setting and it'll just make the entire world like so laggy. Okay. Well, I'm gonna have to restart the game. Ah! You gotta be kidding me! You gotta be kidding me! Killing me! You think League of Legends, you think CS:GO gets you wound up? Imagine this. Imagine 14 rockets and they all disrespect you. I'm being disrespected by my own rockets. How could they? Okay. Thanks game. Okay, combustion becomes smoke. I wonder if I can increase the amount of. Okay, nope. I'm gonna stop thinking about dumb things. Repulsion goes back to 4. Size, that's fine. Magnetic. Oh, that's why it floated away, because it all became fire inside of it, which caused it to float, because fire floats a little bit. I basically had a hot air balloon. That's funny. Thermal conductivity, I'm actually gonna double for the sake of making this work better. Okay, and then as I said before, we're gonna take metal and we're gonna make it less heavy. I know, it's kinda cheating, but the thickness of the metal compared to the thickness of the thing is way thicker than it would actually be in real life too. So we can call it unfair, but launchpad V15. This one has to work. There's no way this doesn't work. I'm very confident this is gonna work. Okay, just have to make sure not to melt the nozzle off. All right. Do this, and then we're going to shift this back, allowing the fuel to come through. Then we're going to go ahead and give it a healthy amount of fire. Okay, that's fine. I meant for that to light it. I thought that would light it. Didn't light it. That's okay, I'm not offended at all. We're just gonna do it manually. Oh my goodness! Finally, we have... That wasn't exactly what I wanted. Uh-oh. Ah! Oh no! Not again! Okay, clearly my rocket program needs a little bit more work, but we've learned a bit, and the launch pad has actually done a really good job, so MVP goes to the launch pad. Maybe not the rocket itself, but thank you all for watching. Maybe Mr. SST can give me some suggestions in the comments on how to do a better job. We've definitely gotten further than last time, though. Join Valor.gg